Hi guys, my name is Aradhya and today I'm going to do a book review about one of my favorite book sets, The Famous Five. So what about The Famous Five? It's basically meet Julian, Dick and George and Timmy the dog. Together they are the Famous Five and ready for an adventure anytime. Today I'm going to take you through all of these books one by one and discover what's in them. So let's come to book number 1, Five on a Treasure Island. So Julian, Dick and Anne are basically spending their holidays with their cousin George and Timmy. So exploring the Kirin Island, they make a very thrilling and mysterious discovery, and it leads them to the dungeons of Kirin Castle. What will they find there? If you find read the book. And the second book is Five Go Adventuring Again. So the five discover an ancient map that leads them to the secret passage, and they can't wait to follow it. But then Uncle Quentin's important papers go missing, and then there's a treasure hunt for the criminal. George and Timmy have their suspicions, but can they all work together to find and catch the criminal? The next book is Five Run Away Together. So basically they run away to Kirin Island and they find a mysterious truck. They suspect smugglers, but they are confused and frightened when they hear a child's scream in the middle of the night. So who else is on the island? And why do they have a child with them? Next book is Five Go to Smuggler's Stop. So they are visiting Smuggler's Stop, which is thrilling because there's a lot of hidden passages and underground tunnels to explore. I'm sure that we would also be thrilled and excited if we go to such a place. But then, not one, but two people disappear suddenly, just like that. And they notice someone signaling in the middle of the night out to the sea. What secret is there? Next book is Five Go Off in a Caravan. So basically they are going in a caravanning holiday. I'd love to go on one, to say the truth. But then they discover a circus camping nearby. So when if I am on a caravanning holiday and then I find there's a circus camping by, I will be super excited because there'll be plenty of entertainment. But then you will notice that two of the people over there are kind of sinister and suspicious. So they're not just clowning around and, doing tricks. They're actually into something much more mysterious and all. But can they get help in time to capture these criminals? So this is back in our favorite Kirin Island again, and Uncle Quentin, the scientist, is working on secret experiments and he doesn't want anyone to visit. I think that is kind of sensible. He doesn't want kids to be messing around with his stuff. But there's someone who wants to steal his ideas and ruin his plans. And George, no matter what, wants to protect her father and her dog and save her island. But she can't do it without the others' help. How can she do it alone? Can they realize what criminal wants to steal Uncle Quentin's ideas, and can they reach to help her in time? We'll find out. Next book is Five Go Off in a Caravan. Five Go Off to Camp. So they are off to the wild moors, and there's an abandoned railway yard. Nothing much suspicious, but mysterious trains without a driver arrive in the middle of the night and just disappear. Now that's getting spooky. So can the famous five find out where these mysterious trains are going and why? Next book is Five Get Into Trouble. So it's holidays and the five have packed up tents on a cycling tour. That must be exhausting to say the truth. But then Dick is kidnapped in a terrible case of mistaken identity. His friends launch a rescue mission, but then it ends badly. Now who can save the whole of the five now? Let me tell you, the five becomes six in this book. And ninth book is Five Fall Into Adventure. So Julian, Dick and Anne receive a scary ransom note because George and Tinny are kidnapped. So they race to rescue them because after all, who would not? But then let's find out whether their rescue mission finally becomes a failure or a success, because there's no adventure when the famous five are separated. So they go on a normal autumn hill walking trip when they walk right into the path of danger. A mysterious message in an escaped convict. Can the five find their way back to safety before it's too late? We'll find out. Next is basically they're on a caravanning holiday again. When there's a ruined castle, they spot a face in the window. So that must be really scary. No matter what, I would scream out loud if I saw a face in the window. And then there's an adventure. Why is there a face in the window and who is hiding in the castle? So next book is Five Go Down to the Sea. So the five arrive in Cornwall when they are gripped by stories about an old plot to lure ships to the rocks at night, and when the ships crash onto the rocks, the bounty, the treasure in them are swept on the shore. And these plot to lure ships. The light that was once used to guide ships to their doom is seen to be flashing again. Is it the work of an old wrecker's ghost? Who knows? Next book is Five Go to the Mystery Moor. So the five, so when we hear the mystery moon, it's mystery. So it's very peculiar, airy. They can't wait to explore it. And you know the five. They are adventurous and they can't, you know, back away from such an interesting sounding place. But then it's not just the moon's past that is shrouded in secrets. Could its mists and could its mists hide an answer to a brand new mystery in the mystery moon? So the 14th book is Five Have Plenty of Fun. This is a book where the five again becomes the six. And George isn't too happy about that. So there's this American girl called Berta, and she's threatened with kidnap, and Kirin Cottage, where George lives, is the only place that she can hide. But then Berta's arrival puts everyone at risk. Can five put their own safety online while protecting Berta's? Next book is 16. Five go to Bilcock Hill. The five are thrilled to meet local pilot Jack. But when he disappears overnight with top secret equipment, top secret planes that they were developing or something, the five begin to wonder whether their friend is a spy or worse, a traitor. So the five feel duty bound to investigate. Of course they will, because they are the famous five. Then this book is the five get into a fix. So they are sick and they go for an holiday, you know, fresh air and stuff. So they are off to the snowy Welsh mountains. I've never been to a place where it snows, and I really want to go to a place where it snows. You know, tobogganing and skiing. So then there are strange events at old towers. And there's a mysterious house whose owners haven't been seen in a long time. The five want to stay away. But how can they when they suspect someone's trapped inside? Next book is Five on Finiston Farm. So the famous five are excited to learn about the castle that stood on Finiston Farm. The castle, it was history basically. The castle was burned down years ago. But what about the dungeons and cellars underneath? They couldn't have been burned, could they? So they set out to find the ruin and uncover the treasures hidden there. But will someone else be looking for the same thing they are? The next book is Five Go to a Demon's Rocks. And this is also where they become six. So they start to believe the old stories about treasure hidden in Demon Rocks. But then when the word gets out that there is actually a treasure there, the five are not the only ones hunting for gold. And some will stop at nothing to find it first. Next is where, so this is actually a true place. Five have a mystery to solve. So they are stranded on the forsaken Whispering Island, which the author says that it's real. And yes, it's real, full of whispering trees. So, about the Whispering Island, they find themselves stranded and it's not a very welcoming place to think about it. When they explore, they soon make a startling discovery. Maybe the stories that people tell them about treasures hidden there are actually true. Who knows? Next is where Tinker in the Demon's Rock book. Tinker's there, and this is where the 5 becomes 6. Tinker comes again in this book, where they're camping out near a scientist, and his top secret papers are stolen from the carefully locked tower. The 5 set out to catch the culprit, but the clock's ticking. Will they succeed before the professor's secrets are revealed? There is also this interesting girl called Jo, who appears in 2 books, named 3 books actually, namely these 3: 5 Fall into Adventure, 5 Have a Wonderful Time, and 5 Have Plenty of Fun. So, thank you guys, and please subscribe to my channel. Bye.